All right, everyone, listen up. We are about to kick off one of the biggest and, I think, most exciting projects of the whole semester. This is your chance to take everything we've been learning about safety, nutrition, planning, and put it all into practice in your very own kitchen.
So here it is. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to become the head chef of your own kitchen. You're going to plan, shop for, cook, and serve an entire meal completely from start to finish. This is your time to shine and really show off what you can do.
Okay, so here's our game plan for this culinary quest. We're going to walk through 5 key stages. First, we'll cover the big picture. Then, we'll get into the super fun part, dreaming up your menu, planning out the meal, the actual cooking day, and finally, how you'll share your whole culinary story.
All right, let's dive right into part 1. Welcome, Head Chef. We're going to look at the big picture and what this whole project is really all about.
Okay, first things first, and this is a big one. This entire project is worth a full 100 points. Now, you do have until the end of the semester, but, and trust me on this, starting to plan now is absolutely the key to knocking this out of the park. So what does it really mean to be the head chef? Well, the whole idea is that you are in charge. In our group labs, we're always working together, which is great, but you don't always get to run the whole show. This project, this is your chance to call all the shots from start to finish for one complete meal. Of course, every great kitchen has some rules, right? So here are the core rules for this project. You're going to cook one full meal. Could be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Your choice. It's got to have at least 4 of the 5 food groups, and here's the big one. The main dish, the entree, has to be made completely from scratch. That means, sorry, no box mac and cheese or frozen chicken nuggets. And honestly, the most important rule, challenge yourself. The skill level of your meal is definitely part of your grade, so push yourself a little.
All right, now we get to the really fun stuff. Let's talk about dreaming up your menu. This is where your creativity gets to shine.
So when you're brainstorming your menu, you want to keep 2 key words in mind, cohesion and uniqueness. What do I mean by that? Well, for cohesion, think about what makes sense together. Like spaghetti and tacos? Probably not the best pairing, but a delicious spaghetti bake with a nice wedge salad on the side? Now we're talking. That feels like a complete, thought-out meal. And for uniqueness, look, spaghetti with a simple lettuce salad is fine, but is it unique? Not really. We want to see a meal that really shows off your skills and your creative flair.
And to really help you get into that chef mindset, you're going to fill out this menu planner. And I mean, really fill it out. You'll actually draw what you want your final plate to look like. Think about meal appeal. Does your plate have a pop of color? Are there different textures, something crunchy with something soft? Is there a good balance of flavors? This is exactly how professional chefs design their dishes.
Just so you know, this whole creative package, your recipe, the menu, and that planner we just talked about, that's all worth a solid 20 points. Okay, so you've got your dream meal figured out. What's next? It's time to create the blueprint. Seriously, great planning is what makes a meal feel smooth and successful instead of just chaotic.
And the absolute key to your plan is going to be your work schedule. Think of this as your step-by-step game plan for cooking day. It's a super detailed list of every single task, right down to boiling water, and how long you think each one will take. The more detailed you are here, the easier your life will be on cook day. I promise.
Here's a little example of what that might look like. See how everything is broken down? From the hour you'll need for grocery shopping to just the 5 minutes it takes to sauté onions. And notice how a real chef multitasks. You can totally be sautéing those onions while the water for your pasta is coming to a boil. It's all about efficiency. And hey, what's a fantastic meal if you don't have anyone to share it with? You're actually going to design a real invitation for your family or guests. You can draw it by hand, use a cool online tool, whatever you want. Just make sure you include a copy of it in your final report. And get this invitation alone is worth a whopping 20 points, so make it look good.
Okay, your menu is designed, your blueprint is ready, now it's time for the main event, the day you actually get to cook. This is where all that hard work and planning comes to life.
To really capture your journey, you're also going to be a food photographer for the day. This is your photo checklist, and it's worth 10 points. We're going to need a picture of you grocery shopping, your mise en place, that's a fancy chef term for having all your ingredients prepped and ready to go, a shot of you in the middle of preparing the food, your beautiful table setting, the final plated masterpiece, and yep, even a picture of you doing the dishes. It's all part of the job when they're the head chef.
Whew, okay, the cooking is done, the kitchen is clean. You're not finished just yet. Now we move on to the final stage, sharing your culinary story. This is all about reflecting on the entire experience.
So your final report is broken down into 3 main parts. First up, you'll write a reflection, at least 250 words about the whole thing. What did you learn? Was it harder than you thought? What did your family think of the meal? That's worth 20 points. Next, you'll have a parent or one of your guests fill out and sign an evaluation form. That's a quick 5 points. And finally, the overall presentation of your report matters. It needs to be typed, neat, have a cover page, all that good stuff. That's another 15 points.
And this right here is what that evaluation form looks like. Your parent or guest will fill this out, rating you on everything from your planning all the way to your cleanup. You can think of it as your very first restaurant review from your very first customer.
So just to put it all together, let's look at the grading breakdown. A huge 50%, that's half your grade, comes from all that planning you do up front. That's your menu, your schedule, and the invitation. Your reflection and all those photos make up another 30%, and that last 20% comes from the parent feedback and how well you present your final report.
Look, at the end of the day, this project is really your chance to take everything we've learned in class and just run with it. It's an opportunity for you to take charge in the kitchen, get creative, and honestly, just have a ton of fun with it.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. I want you to start thinking about this right now. What kind of food gets you excited? What new skill do you want to show off? So what amazing meal are you going to create?